Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all the learners and students in this very special session of CIT NCERT named Sahyog. And before we begin this particular session, let me give you a very brief about this session. Sahyog sessions. Sahyog and Paricharcha sessions are held under MANODARPAN initiative, and it's a brilliant initiative by Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, so that we can provide psychosocial support to all these students, their parents and teachers across the country, and we talk about their mental well-being as well. I am Renu Bhatt with you all, and you are watching us live on eVidya channels from channel number 6 to 12, and apart from all those channels, you are with us on our YouTube channel as well, that is ncertofficial Official. And dear learners, let me share the topic of this session. The topic is media literacy and mental health, and it's a quite brilliant topic. I must say, you must be wondering what is media literacy, and is it related to social media, or how does it affect your mental health? So we have joined by our experts for more details. So without any further delay, let's quickly meet them. You are Miss Janani V. You are from RIE NCERT Mysuru. Very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
And we have joined by our practicing counselor as well. You are Miss S. Shweta. Very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
And dear learners and viewers, in case you have any query related to this particular topic, you can reach out to us through our various medium. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800440559. Either you can drop a mail as well. Our email address is sahyog.ncert@cit.nic.in, and along with all those mediums, you can reach out to us through our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. You have to go to the live chat box, and then only you can drop your comment out there. So we are waiting for your participation in this particular session, because we bring this session just for you. And quickly start this session. And my first question to Shweta ma'am is for you, that what exactly media literacy is? What is media literacy? And explain the role in promoting the mental health of students, ma'am. How does it affect that?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the question. So before going to understand what is media literacy and how can it affect our mental health, we have to first understand media and its effect, what is happening to students. So first let us understand how information is being accessed by students. So we are being in a world which is dominated by media as well as internet. So we have to make sure whatever media we are accessing, it should be credible. So the students' day-to-day life is being handled by media. So whatever content they are processing, media is controlling the content. So students, they hear, they listen, and they experience about situations going in and around the world because of media. And the major important thing media plays a role here is it defines students' beliefs and attitudes. So media here is playing a very major role. So, but here the irony part is students are given a minimal choice for them to decide, analyze and question the information that is being given to them. So students can access media and information through various sources. It can be through television, commercials, movies, news, newspapers, radio, music, movies. Social media is one biggest platform for them to access media instantaneously. So even students use the media to complete their homework, in school works, to their group activities, and also to connect with people and friends, and also to access information. And most basically, students use Google to access the health information also. Now students' day-to-day life is completely depending upon media. So first we have to understand whether we can completely trust the media, because here we have a vast amount of information. Whether everything is credible and authentic, students have to decide upon these aspects. So for that, we have to understand what is media literacy. Through media literacy, students can understand how they can trust upon a particular source for their academics as well as for their future endeavors. So for that, we have to understand what is media literacy. So before that, I want to touch upon one aspect, that is how media is affecting the mental health of students. So we hear and listen to all sorts of things happening in and around the world. So students tend to respond. They either get happy, angry, or get aggressive. And they tend to see social media more. And because of that, they tend to compare themselves with others in the social media and have unrealistic expectations. Because of that, they have a huge stress and anxiety among them. One biggest example for this stress and anxiety can be during the COVID. Because of the spread of misinformation and disinformation, students had stress and anxiety and even went to depression because of these particular aspects. So this major important need for media literacy. Because of this, we can curb the misinformation, disinformation. So in media literacy, there are four particular aspects. One is access. Why we talk about access? It is also important because students have to learn how they can access information from different sources. We have many sources, but they have to know how they can access. Even that's the biggest skill right now, to access exact, correct, credible information. And next, to analyze and evaluate the information what they have accessed. See, the media literacy talks about how students can analyze, question, and also to identify the ideas behind the concept. So because of this, students have to analyze and evaluate. Because of this only, they can understand and critically evaluate the content. So, and next major most important thing next comes is create. So we are in a generation where students create so much of content. It can be in their academics, blogs, videos, pictures, and also TikTok videos, Instagram reels, all those things they create. But they also have to make sure they're creating the content responsibly and keeping sure the ethical considerations of all the aspects. So all these things come under media literacy. So why is it important for students to study this media literacy? So this is important because whatever media students are seeing, they should not simply absorb it. They have to question it, question the authenticity without absorbing the media exactly. And they have to ask questions, critically analyze the content before jumping to conclusions. Yes. So now next move on to how this media literacy can help in promoting the mental health. As I've initially discussed that because of the misinformation, there is leading to a lot of stress and anxiety among students. Now, because we make students learn media literacy, they can understand the credibility of the source and authenticity, which can make them reduce the stress and anxiety that is being happening to them. Next, coming to one more major aspect is cyberbullying that is happening in the online, or negativity that is being spread like a wildfire because of certain issues people are talking about. So when we teach them this media literacy, they'll understand how cyberbullying is happening. They'll know how to combat the cyberbullying and also to make sure how they can be away from negativity, online negativity especially. And using the same media, we can also make sure we can promote some positive interactions. There are something called as Facebook communities which can be helpful for students to know about their hobbies. They can form communities of their own where they can learn new things. Because of this, they can come to know about their self-identity and self-discovery. It's a very much important aspect for students. And much more important aspect here next coming is building resilience and emotional intelligence. We are in a students are in a place where they come across content of all aspects, from political, economical, environmental, every other aspect we come about. And by doing this, they have a constant overflow of emotions, be it anger, happiness, all those things. So people will learn how they can regulate their emotions. That is called as emotional intelligence, and also to build resilience. There are many harmful effects of media, but they learn using this media literacy how they can combat this and bounce back from the harmful effects of media literacy. And next, they also can learn how they can critically think upon a basic piece of news without jumping to conclusions. They can critically analyze and think from various other perspectives before jumping to conclusions. That is much more important for us. And they can also create. Students can become active creators and they can also create content in a way that can help bully these particular aspects. So this is how we can make sure media literacy can help in promoting the mental health of students.
Exactly, and very well said, ma'am. And it's a fact that we are surrounded by a lot of media platforms, and a lot of there are so many sources for information, right? So it's our adolescents and youngsters belief, and they need to choose them right. So Janani ma'am, my next question to you is what how social media and media literacy are linked, and how does social media use affect mental health of students, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Shweta, ma'am, for providing this session. Like here, Definitely, social media and media literacy are linked one and the other. So here we shall see how this media literacy affects social media and social media affects media literacy. As we all know, like the students of secondary school students definitely use social media widely than compared to any other ICT tools. So students are also vulnerable to the various threats in the social media. So we'll see how it can be avoided. So when an individual or the learner is having media literacy, we can avoid ourselves from such threats. So first one is increased critical thinking and skepticism towards social media content. And that is like Sweta ma'am very well pointed out. When one is having media literacy, they will definitely have analyzing skill also. So like whether the content is authentic or not can be determined. So when we say the word skepticism, it is just like the characteristic of police, like it is like doubting to the truth only if it, to accept whether it is truth or not, it takes a long time after a pondering of very much deep understanding of the content. So media literacy helps individuals develop critical thinking skills, and it enables them to question the authenticity and the credibility of the content also. So this definitely reduces the likelihood of individuals falling prey to the misinformation, disinformation, or manipulative tactics employed on social media platform. The second one is reduced susceptibility to the what we have discussed, misinformation and disinformation. This can happen when one has media literacy. This equips individual with the ability to identify red flags and warning signs, in the sense whether we will have to click such links which is coming with warning signs, or when you see like some websites also, which the websites which are not secured, you will have a symbol which is not secure. So these will be known only when we have media literacy. So by understanding these common techniques, we can also spread misleading information. Like, I mean, these individuals can become more discerning consumers because of this. Then the next one which we have is enhanced ability to identify and avoid harmful or misleading content. Like media literacy definitely empowers individuals to recognize and avoid harmful or misleading content that may be present on social media platforms. In the sense, like during festive times, we may have many links which are saying like you have offer kind of things. Which definitely not the right link to click for us. The link that are circulated like this will are having lot of chances of carrying viruses or will make your device malfunctioning. This can definitely be understood. One is having media literacy, and they will not actually circulate these kind of information. So the next one which we are having is more informed and responsible social media sharing practices. So when a learner or student or anybody for the sake is having media literacy, it promotes responsible social media sharing practices. It encourages individuals to consider potential consequences of sharing content online. So for example, so it is not that all the time we are circulating the data which are not good or which creates harmful environment. So we also can do, the focus is definitely in the social media is to transact many data which should have a good content. So here the students will have responsibility in sharing such content. For example, like a year before in Bangalore, an NGO started making a video viral saying that they are distributing seed balls, so which is very good for the environment. So like this, some responsible content can also be shared, which for the secondary school students, which can create the sensitivity towards the environment, sustainability, and many other good things also. The next one which we have is awareness of the potential consequences of social media usage. So students will be aware of the mental health issues or privacy and the relationship issues when it comes to social media if media literacy is good. So by being aware of these potential consequences, individuals can definitely make informed choices about their social media engagement. They may not definitely have any relationship with strangers and become a prey for it. So these are some, direct impact when a learner or anybody has social, media literacy. So we definitely have positive effects of this also. So the positive effects is that social connection, social support and information and resources. When we talk about social connection, it is that like we know now many are put up in abroad. The connections with the relatives and family can be strengthened using the social media. Social support is that it is a platform to seek support from the from our neighbors and the known circles. The next one we have is information and resources. As we all know, the internet is a rich resource of knowing any thing which we are not aware of it. So this helps people learn about different mental health conditions, treatment options and coping mechanisms. So can we have the next slide? Like as we all know, for anything we have positive and negative side also. In that way, we have negative effects also here. So we have social comparison, fear of missing out, cyberbullying, and addiction as the negative effects on mental health. Social comparison is that one we compare ourselves with other, and we feel we lower our self-esteem and body image. And the next one is fear of missing out. We feel odd one out in a group of people, and this creates anxiety and inadequacy also. The next one which we have is Shweta ma'am has already discussed about cyberbullying. This cyberbullying is really a serious threat which definitely leads to negative effects on mental health. And then the last one is addiction. Social media can definitely be addictive. This leads to a problem with sleep, work, and relationships also. So these are some of the positive and negative effects which uh, by which it is connected to the social media. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. And as we came to know that it directly affects adolescents' mental well-being and mental health. Here, Shweta ma'am, I would like to ask you about the strategies. Ma'am, what are some strategies for children to manage their media consumption and protect their mental health in the digital age, ma'am? What are those strategies? Please explain to us, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So let us first see how individuals can make sure that they can make sure how much media they are consuming. So first for that they have to be mindful of how much media they are consuming. First they have to ask question like how you are feeling when you're using the media. Are you feeling stressed? Are you having anxiety? Are you feeling overwhelmed? If the answer is yes, then please put your mobile aside and take a break. It is very much needed. Yes, and also students can set aside some time, like 1 hour or 2 hour, a particular time aside for using media. So setting boundaries and time is very much essential so that we can make sure how much media we are consuming. And also students have to be critical of the information that they consume. So we have so much information about particular issue or aspect that is happening around the country or around the world. They have to make sure they don't believe whatever they see or hear, but they have to be skeptical, like Jenny ma'am has said. They have to question the authenticity. They have to ask questions, interrogate the ideas, and don't be biased on a particular issue. Sometimes media gives information in a biased manner, like the one-sided story. They don't give the overall picture. So students have to make sure that without jumping to conclusions, they have to have multiple perspectives or a particular aspect. This is very much needed. And the next important thing is they can develop real world connections. So what they can do is whenever a family is sitting and having a dinner, usually everyone is busy using their mobile phones. So please put down mobile phones, talk to each other, talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents, talk to your friends sitting beside you. That can be done. So this is how you can manage your media consumption. And because of this social media, and as Jenny ma'am has spoken, the negative effects of it, students can also develop some coping mechanisms. As I have said, media can be used for both positive and negative. So here we can use media as a positive way to make sure that we connect with others, we share our experience with others, and we make sure we are heard whatever our concerns or voices are. And we can also make any physical activity in the place of using media, like your favorite hobby, or playing sports, or in outdoor games, or a meditation can also be done. And next most serious issue is, as Jenny ma'am has already spoken about it, children use social media even at the late night 12 or 3 in the morning. They don't have a track of their time, so they are not getting enough sleep. Because of this, the whole day is lethargic and they are tired. So it is very much essential that they have to get enough sleep for them to carry out their daily life activities. And it is also essential that they have to seek guidance whenever necessary. Sometimes it is there that they can talk to their parents, the teachers, or the counselors available in the school. And the major most important thing is students using the social media, everyone has an account in social media, that is true. They have a constant comparison of themselves with others, of their living their lives, the way they wear their clothes, or the vacations their friends go. They compare and all these things. So first they have to not compare, because everyone is unique and everyone has different aspects. So these are some of the strategies individuals can make sure to manage the media, and also to help in their mental health.
Yep. So, using internet is addictive, and our learners must know how to manage their media consumption. Here, at the end of this session, Janini ma'am, I would like to know about the fact that how parents and teachers can help to develop critical media literacy skills in students to protect their mental health, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Teachers and parents definitely can help the students in incorporating the media literacy in education. So, for example, teachers can, introduce them to how to use the available media forms such as news articles, advertisements, and social media posts for developing their English language and arts related courses. When it comes to social studies, like we can examine the role of media in shaping public opinion, like influencing social trends and impacting historical events. So how all these things are happening, this can be very well witnessed through social media. Then the next one is about science. Science, it definitely evaluates the credibility and accuracy of scientific information presented in media resources. If whatever is available, we can definitely not accept. So we can check for the authenticity and credibility by exploring available resources. Then art and music, it explores the ways media artists, we can explore the way media artists use different mediums to convey messages and invoke emotion. So like for example, if a child is learning guitar or a violin or veena or whatever it is, musical instrument, so even if we are not owning it and the child is interested, we have multiple options of using it online with the apps itself. So this can be enhanced with the help of media. Then health and wellness, discuss the potential impact of media consumption on mental health, body image, and sleep patterns. So we will have to use with the right choice. So how parents can promote critical media literacy, we can see it in the next slide. So parents can engage the learners or their children in the open conversation. So we have a good time, like Shweta ma'am mentioned, it let it be dinner time or weekends, we have ample time to share our opinions and ideas with our family members. So, so parents should definitely engage their children in open discussions. They should also have an eye on what type of content they are viewing, and they should engage with their favorite media sources also. Then the next one which we have is encourage critical thinking. So we will have to, parents have to give scope for open-ended questions about media messages that their children are using, and they will have to prompt children to analyze the content, identify on what basis they are using that, and to consider alternative perspectives also if they are going wrong in any means. Then we will have to set limits on media usage. So this establishes guidelines for screen time. So we will have to set guidelines. So per day only this many hours can be watched. For that, if you want as a parent, we can give some reinforcement also, which is good for them. Then model responsible media consumption. That is as a parent, we should be a model for them. So what we are doing, the child definitely imitates us. So sorry, when we use authentic web pages and authentic content, the children grow up on seeing us. So we should be a model for media consumption with limited usage also. We can seek resources also, like age appropriate content, and how we can guide children in understanding media literacy can be made. So collectively, teachers and parents can help on this by setting school-wide initiatives where workshops and seminars can be conducted. Also, parent-teachers conference can be conducted. Periodic.
Ma'am, please sum up.
Sorry.
Ma'am, please sum up. We are running short of time. Please sum up, ma'am.
Okay. So the final point we have is we can have family media agreements also, and by this we can strengthen the use of media literacy, media usage among the students, and can have a good mental health also can be maintained. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for your valuable information on media literacy, and thank you so very much for letting us know what media literacy is and how our adolescents and students can use media in a positive way. Thank you so very much, Janni ma'am and Shweta ma'am, for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, and thank you all the dear learners and viewers for being with us throughout this session and for your valuable comments. And before I wrap up this particular session, let me share a very important piece of information with you all regarding NCERT's textbooks. NCERT's textbooks for the academic year 2023-24 are available throughout the country, and you can purchase them directly from NCERT sales counters located at New Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Kolkata and Guwahati. And these sales counters will be functional on all the weekdays, including all the gadgeted holidays, Saturdays and Sundays as well, from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can also purchase those books online from our website, that is ncertbooks.ncert.gov.in, and these books will be delivered at your doorsteps with no delivery fees. And in case you want to have the soft copy of all those books in PDF version, it can also be downloaded online for free from NCERT Diksha e-Pathshala website and from our mobile app as well. We would request you to visit our website, that is ncert.nic.in, to know more about the authorized vendors. With that note, me Renu Bhatt along with my whole team is taking your leave. Stay healthy. Namaskar.
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने, 844-844-0632।